Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. If you're new here, my name is Jen, and today I'm going to be doing a theme of Santa's favorite treats. So I first started with LA Colors in Go Bright, and if you watched my other video the other day, I'd used this other color that I've realized is more as a topper, and I thought that would be perfect for, like, it's kind of like little red sprinkles. So it's LA Colors in Mistletoe Kiss, and I thought that'd be a cute effect. They do have a little bit of bling to them. For two of the nails, I first want to go to this plate SU-M01, and I want to get this image, so two of those will get that, and I'm going to see if this will show up. This is Maniology's Marshmallow B537. It's kind of an off-white. I also hope it'll fit across the nails. Okay, let me get that bottom area off. I'm going to try to avoid getting this crazy one on there. Let me grab the smaller one. I can make it work. Okay, I can't really see that, so I'm going to have to do a different color. Okay, so I ended up going to Maniology's Balm White B170, and that shows up just fine. I ended up needing to turn the plate a couple different ways to get a better pickup. It was struggling. It's a very engraved, very kind of basically gritty feeling, I guess you'd, or at least this image is. Also, this plate's sharp. I don't have a backing for it. Haven't seen any like small backings like this size, but I'm going to do that to the other nail and be back. I'm going to be working with a few different plates today. So next I'm going to Pretty Fingers by Robin. I honestly don't remember what this is called. I'll try to find it, and I'll put it in the description box if I can. But I want to go to this image right here. I thought that was so cute. It's a girl and she's holding a pan of cookies. I am going to go to Maniology's Acorn B498. That way I have darker outline to color things in. And I'm going to try to tap it in these fine lines real good. So hopefully I'll get a good pickup. Yep, that'll work just fine, and I'll get those extra pieces off. And the only thing with this particular plate, it doesn't have the small images. They're all this size. Okay, now we're going to go to Bohemia Stamping Home for the Holidays. I used this plate the other day, but I want to get this image, has like some milk and cookies, and this image that has cookies and candy cane. And I'm still going to use Acorn for the pickup. And there's also this one, but I think I prefer the other two. And I'm going to try, I think, to get them on the same stamper. Oh, that looks like that polish is gathered. This is not going to look, this ain't going to pick up right. Well, it did pretty good actually for all the scraping. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time. So I tried a couple of different directions to swipe the card, and they all gathered polish and they all picked up the same. So I'm just going to keep this one. Now I'm going to go to Maniology M400 and get some candy canes, because Santa Claus loves his candy canes. I'm going to go to Maniology's Fireside B189 for that pickup. And if I like the way this one looks, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it down. It might have a place to color in, I'm not sure. We'll see what it looks like. Most of it looks solid to me. It does have a little bit. Let me look at it over this. Actually, I could do a little bit of them. Actually, I changed my mind because there's tiny ones that you really can't get those lines. So I'm just going to stamp it. It'll be okay. And let me get this extra one right here so I can fill in the empty spots. That's pretty good. That'll work. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was out of frame. Also, that glitter, typically I don't stamp over glitter, but these glitters are so super tiny and fine that I figured it'd be okay. Okay, last plate, and this is one of my favorites. Maniology M417. It's got the cutest little gingerbread men, but I'm going to go to this image here for these cookies. So this is a layering part, so this goes together and this goes together. So I'm going to do this part first, and I think I'm going to just see how this color will look. It's a Skin Deep B325 because I don't want a color that's too dark and I don't want one that's too light for this part, so we'll see how it looks upon pickup. Okay, so this part first, and if it looks okay, I will stamp that part down. I need to clean off my card. I thought I did already, but something's not right here. It keeps gathering polish like weirdly, a weird amount. Okay, so get this one on here. It's okay if any of the sprinkles come through, that'll just be cute since it is cookies. Okay, and I'll get those extra pieces off here in just a minute. Yeah, so I do always clean my card off, so I don't know what that's about. Okay, for the layering part, I'm just decided I'm going to go ahead with that red. That way we got an even, like, colors across the nails, which I'll show you in just a second. So I'm going to have to concentrate on one of the images to try to get it lined up correctly. Let's see. Hopefully I can do this. Sometimes it's hard, not gonna lie. Okay, not terrible. Could be better, could be worse. But it will work. That's cute. I like that. Okay, this is so far. Okay, we're going to start with her, and I'm going to go into my regular polishes for the reverse stamping. So for the little cookies, I'm going to pull in Sally Hansen Instant Coffee 138 because it'll match the color pretty much of this one. So I'll show you them together. They're pretty similar. Also, from that other video, I had zoomed back in because it felt so weird. When I had it zoomed out, it just didn't feel normal to me because I'm not used to it. So I have zoomed back in. And I think it is better so I can rest my arms to kind of stay more steady as well. Or at least my hands. Keep my hands steady. Okay, and I'm going to do the other two in her face and be back. Alright, so for the bottom piece of her hat and the little poof, and I feel like she's probably wearing gloves because I feel like it's kind of like that shape of a glove versus like fingers. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and go with that. And this bottom portion of her dress, I'm going to do in Color Vibe and Whiteout. Are you guys gonna go to any Christmas parades? I used to, sometimes a long time ago, but it just got to be to where I'm at, it wasn't is really worth it because it was hard to get a spot. There were so many people and the traffic was crazy and it didn't last that long. So I just stopped going. Also, it was more of like advertisements versus like actual Christmas things. So it wasn't as fun as what it used to be when I was little. Okay, yeah, let me do her little glove. And also found a little piece to do white at the top of her dress. Okay, I think for her hair I'm going to go to Kenny Mayo 952. Oh, I forgot to color her little leg area. So I'm doing like jump into this one just because that way I can give that hat time to dry. Just because I don't want to end up accidentally smearing anything because it has that little heart right there in the middle. And you can always do any color you want to do. So if you wanted a different color of hair, it is whatever you want. And I'm trying to decide, I guess this bow, I don't know if it's supposed to be like just the shape of the bow or if it's supposed to be colored in. I'm gonna have to think about that one, so I'm gonna leave it undone for now. I'm gonna do her little leg area and come back. And you guessed it, I want to do red for her hat and dress. So I'm gonna go to LA Colors in Maryland. So I'm just use this color to kind of basically use it up before I get another one out. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. We have a love-hate relationship right now. Sometimes it's a bit, I don't know. I don't know. It kind of like, sometimes it seems like it's kind of watery, and then other times it seems like it's okay. I don't know. Alright. I'm also going to do that pan in a different color. Oh, I need to remember if I'm going to do that bow or if I'm going to leave it like it's just a, I don't even know how to explain that. Like it's just a string tied, basically. Sometimes it takes me a minute. I do apologize. I'm just trying to make sure, if I take my time, I can stay in the lines a little bit better. Okay, I decided I do want to go ahead and color that bow in. And I'm also kind of thinking for her shoes, I'm going to do those red too. It looks like there's a little tiny top portion to it, and I'm going to do those in white. I think that'd be cute. Just keep that whole theme going. So I did the tops of the shoes. So for the pan, I'm going to go to Maybelline Serene Steel. And I gave those cookies plenty of time to dry. That way I don't smear when I do this. And I've really noticed a lot lately, I've been trying to rush myself too much. I guess I feel like I don't want to like take up all your time, but I'm like, that's the half of the point is to do it the way I'm used to and want to do it. And if friends will watch, if they want to watch, and if not, you're more than welcome to speed through because I know it's very time consuming. It's a me problem. Okay, I think we got everything on there. Okay, that little piece on her face. I'm trying to see if that's part of my stamper or if I need to cover that in a bit better. Actually, once I place it, it'll probably be fine. And actually, that was just something that was on my stamper. So I'm going to do this one here, and I'm going to do, there's a bow on the cookies. So I'm going to try to color that in carefully. So when they're small like that, I have to really concentrate. So I'm going to do my little tapping motion because when it's like a curve like that, that usually helps me. And we'll do that little candy cane as well. This little thing here, it's kind of like it goes doot doot and it's cut off on this side. I looked at the plate, it is that way on the plate, so I'm not really sure what that is. I suppose I'm going to try to go ahead and do the this little straw in the red too. And let me see, was there a candy cane over here? Let's go ahead and do that as well. Alright. And I'm gonna do Santa's milk with white, of course. And it looks like it only comes up about right here, so I will have to color in the rest with a different color. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep that same color that I used before for the cookies. At least on this side. I think I might do the others in just a minute. Okay, I lied. I just flipped it. It has like an outline, so I'm going to try to do that part with this color, and then the middle portion in another color. The tree one I can barely see. And back to this side. So I'm going to do the milk glass, and whatever this thing is, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same. We're going to go to Candy Mayo on 932. And if you watch me for a long time, you'll know that I like to do that to make, to give that see-through effect. Now if you also notice, there's a little bit of what's supposed to be greenery around it, and of course since I picked it all up in Acorn, it came out dark. So I'm going to go ahead and take Candy Mayo 961 and kind of just put it around there to kind of get a little bit of the greenery to show up in green versus Acorn. So it's okay if it kind of like goes over, that way it'll just kind of help that green color to come through. And there's some on this side as well, so I'm going to do that too. So I'm trying to figure out what a couple of these things are. Looks like, yeah, I don't know what this here is or this right here. So I'm going to think about that, but it does look like there's some greenery coming off of this cookie as well, so I'll do that and come back. Okay, so for these cookies, I'm going to go ahead and do those in red as well. That way, so the outer portion shows that the cookies are, you know, brown, so to speak, and then the icing color is going to be red. It'll match the others. So I don't necessarily want it as opaque, so I'm going to try to just lightly color them in. And I'm trying to decide what to do with those other things because I just don't know what they are. I can't figure it out. I've even looked at the plate and I just don't know what it is. Also, this is the last image, and we'll start placing. So I decided to go ahead and make them greenery because, yeah, sis just don't know. So there's that one. And I'll flip it. Alright, we'll get this little lady on here. And I just was still using this to apply. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even show that well. Real quick, I got over on the heart portion, so I've been using my brush to go around it. I'm on my last part, but I just wanted to let you know that I was doing that. Alright, last two images. I was having trouble deciding which nail I wanted which one on, but I've decided. So it's a tree cookie and a star cookie. And I have them on brown, or the tan color and red for the icing. And then the little candy cane. I think I'm going to take my brush and add a little bit of white to that candy cane to make it more candy cane looking. But I gotta get this other one on really quick before I do that. Hopefully I didn't wait too long. Almost did. Alright, Santa's favorite treats. So of course, milk and cookies and candy canes. I really like her image, and I really like these cookies. These also look pretty if you do it white over it, or the other color marshmallow. I'm thinking this color had originally come out in some type of icing themed box, but I picked that polish up at a later time. But they are very pretty with that as well. I like this one too. But as you can see, you can still see through that little glass and see the straw because of that color we used. I say that a lot. The we means you and me. Now, I wanted to do the designs on these two because I thought it would just kind of help pull it together all the way, because I knew these were going to have some, like, be more full because they have more little pictures with them. I make no sense. And that's why I decided to do that and apply those over it. Now although hers doesn't have it, she doesn't need it because she pretty much almost fills up the nail. But I do like that added little red glitter to it. And you can still see that coming through on all of them. So I greatly appreciate you watching. Thank you so very much, and I will list the plates and the stamping polish I used in the description box. And until the next one, have a blessed day, my friends. Bye.